really excited to have the Secretary General of the International Rubber Study Group, Mr. Salvatore, with us here today. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Great. I think before we start, I think it'll be great for our viewers if they could learn a little bit about the man behind the role.
Okay. But I am basically an economist by background, and I worked a lot on the commodities market, various commodities, especially non-ferrous metals, as a market analyst. So looking forward to commodities trends, market trends, prices, and short and long term. And it's just 2 years that I am in the rubber sector, and I found very interesting and very fascinating, actually.
Right. How long have you been in Singapore already, Salvatore?
Singapore, 2 years.
I see. Before this role, what position?
Before I was director of statistics in the International Nickel Study Group. That is a similar organization as IRSG, but based in Lisbon, Portugal.
Right. Before we continue, could you share with us about the mandate of IRSG and what it looks to achieve?
IRSG is an intergovernmental organization that has been set up in 1944,
right.
And the main objective is to increase the transparency in the rubber market through the publications of statistics. Now, this is our first mandate, and we are continuously improving our capability to get reliable statistics in the market, both on the production, consumption, and trading side, and our intelligence capability as well, especially dealing with industry representatives that are part also of our organization. So we have more than 100 industry members, which that helps us in understanding the trends of the market. The other very important role of IRSG is to be a forum where stakeholders and players in the industry can come and freely discuss about any issue that could impact the market. And could be a political issue, economic issue, environmental issue, anything that could have the strength to change the market trends. And I think this is very important, and it's a very unique characteristics of this organization.
Right. You shared with us how your members come from different segments of the rubber value chain.
Right.
Could you share with us a little bit more about the demographic? Which group forms the largest core, for example?
But certainly companies based in Southeast Asia are an important part of our membership, but no, we have companies everywhere in the world, so USA, Latin America, Europe, and so it's very widespread membership.
Understand. You seem to have a really big role to play in this space, from transparency to assisting with political issues. Could you share with us what you are looking to address in the mid to long term?
Well, I think the ultimately goal for an organization as us is to help the rubber economy to grow, and to grow in such a way that it could be profitable, socially just, and environmental sound along all the rubber value chain. So this is where we are today, and we organize meetings and international events to stimulate the discussion about how to reach these goals, because we are well aware about the problems that affect the industry. I think it's now important to start to speak about possible solutions. So of course we are not providing solutions as they are, but pathways to solutions. So how to reach these goals.
Understand. This year is an interesting year because it's the World Rubber Summit is going to be part of the larger World Rubber Week, right, to which you have the other component, which is the Tire Expo Asia show, which is more downstream, more focused at the consumption of finished products. But let's talk a little bit about the World Rubber Summit that's going to happen in March this year. Can you share with us a little bit more about the areas you're looking to address and what are the key takeaways for attendees to the conference?
Okay. But first of all, let me say that IRSG is very pleased to have as a co-partner in this for the organization of this conference, Singapore exhibition, and as a strategic partner, Enterprise Singapore. For us, it's very important this cooperation, this collaboration. The World Rubber Summit has a role to play in this because it is once again the event where we try to identify possible solutions to reach our goals. So the role of the World Rubber Summit and the way we have organized the different sessions aim to identify how we can address some issues on the sustainability side, if we like, but also in terms of what are the risks and opportunities that are set by some disruptive changes that are now in the industry for the future. So we look at both elements because they are strictly linked. So in a way, we have a responsibility today. Our responsibility is to give to future generation a better rubber economy where everyone can come and set their own business and be really profitable and address all the social issues that, especially in certain part of the industry, are important and are relevant today.
I understand. We're actually really excited to see how the conference pans out because you had an incredible 2018 conference in Colombo where the numbers were really good and you had great representation. Could you share with us a little bit about the learnings you had from the event in Colombo and what you're bringing forward to 2019?
I think what we learned in Colombo is that what is at stake today in the rubber economy cannot be solved by only one part of it. It has to be a collaborative effort from every part of the industry to come up with viable solutions. So I think that is very, very important, and it will be more important even in the future because the changes that are happening in the automotive industry, but also in the information technology field, all this will impact the way rubber is actually produced and also used. And this put us some challenges, but also some opportunities that the industry as a whole has to get.
I understand. Off the cuff, could you share with us a few of the keynote speakers within the conference this year?
But we are going to have a lot of important speakers. The efforts that IRSG is also doing is to link with other important organizations. So we are bringing speakers from UNPD, for instance, or CIFOR, that are organizations that are involved both on the upstream and downstream side of commodities markets, with the view to bring also experiences from other commodities. What we can learn from what has been done in other commodities. I think this is very important. So I think, and also we are having a lot of representative of the downstream sector, in particular the tire producers. So we are very pleased to have a representative from Apollo Tires, for instance, or Michelin or Continental that will come to give a speech on different aspects, different topics.
Wonderful. We have a saying in the tire industry that when you've been in the business long enough, you have rubber in your blood. Mm-hmm. So although you say you've only been here for 2 years, it seems to us that you do have rubber in your blood.
Well, but, okay, maybe yes, or maybe I started to have it, and I think I think rubber is very fascinating, and we have to make any possible effort to be sure that it will continue to be a successful industry in the future.
Right. As a final question, Salvatore, if you were to look into a crystal ball, right, and kind of share with viewers what you think would be the big disruptions in this space in the mid to long term, what would they be?
Well, likely we don't need a crystal ball to do that. But
being an economist, you don't need a crystal ball, right?
Yes. Maybe we need a crystal ball to identify what is the price or what will be the price trend. That is another topic. But I think there are no disruptive factors. I mean, right now. Okay, now one is clearly the future of mobility. What will be the new mobility model that will affect not only our industry but every industry. Just think what is happening for the batteries of the electrical vehicle cars. There is a very stimulating debate there as well. So it's going to impact every industry, and certainly rubber as well, because rubber is essential in the automotive sector. Not only for tires, but also for the different elements that
yes,
are used in a car. And also now you have to look at how we can use in the most efficient way the new technologies available. And when I speak about technologies, it's not only information technologies, but it's innovation also in terms of new products and new processes. So what we put in place to face these challenges. I think there are companies that are doing a wonderful job in trying to identify what are the new products that we can make available to the downstream industry. So I think there are a number of things that we have to look at. As I said, they will put us a lot of challenges, but we have to transform challenges in opportunities. And this is where IRSG would like to play an important role in supporting the industry as it has been done till now since 1944.
Right. I believe in our highly connected world, collaborating with different parties outside of the ecosystem, which is what you are trying to do, is the way of the future. Yeah. And we are really excited to be able to work together with the International Rubber Study Group and with you leading the charge. We look forward to the conference this year.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you to you. Thanks.